Namaste, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. This is CS Sankalp Kanstiya, and I welcome each one of you in this amazing session. Episode number 5 is now what we are going to start. And what an important question. Today's sum that we are going to solve is a building block model question, guaranteed expected for the examination. Guaranteed expected for the examination. Very important, very conceptual and logical. This is a question adopted from the international things. So if you have optimized 5, I have adopted a similar question on BBM and same lines. So I have taken it, I think, for performance pyramid, and on same lines ICAI has also done. So expect such kind of questions. A question like question number 2 is what is expected in your examinations in the coming exams. This is going to be the pattern of exams, right? Chalo. And the fourth question, it is a profit sharing plan. Simple question but very much logical, which I feel every company should employ in their organization. I am employing it in my organization, and trust me, if you want to grow fast and grow big, profit sharing plan is what you should employ in your organizations. Let's give 1.5 hours and understand both of these questions and get the best out of it. Let's get started. Okay, then let's start with this question. Soup Limited. Again, a very nice question on the concept of BBM, which is building block model. By any chance, do you remember that? I have made a full-fledged video explaining the whole concept of BBM with its example. Watch out my YouTube video in the description box. I have explained the concept of BBM. Okay. Now what we will do is, first we will read the question. When we reach the required part, that is when the word BBM will come. We will take a small idea of what exactly BBM is, and then we will solve this problem. If you need an in-depth understanding, as I said, the description box already contains the video wherein I have discussed in depth the concept of BBM, where you can watch out. Okay, watch out. Chalo, let's start on that note. The Soup Limited, name of the question. The Soup Limited offers a range of beauty parlor services like hair care, body care, manicure, pedicure, skin care, etc. So here is a company, Soup Limited, which deals into the services of beauty parlor. It has 150 centers across the country. Oh, means it has a very, very big chain. 150 centers across the country. The business of beauty parlor is extremely competitive in all regions. Each center operates autonomously and managers are able to customize services. All right. Okay. So that is a good thing. See, if you go to a beauty parlor, everybody has their own way of styling. So you do need customizable services. Very good. Soup's mission statement: to inspire and enhance beauty by using knowledge and experience, beauty with brains, to establish long-term relationship of trust and commitment with clients. Soup wants to provide their client with highest level of satisfaction with emphasis on A. Service customization, B. Professionalism, work and clinical responsibility, and C. Client's feedback. So these are the 3 main pillars on which Soup Limited is based. First, service customization, very good. Professionalism, work and clinical responsibility. Clinical responsibility means clarity in the work. So whatever the customer asks for, you exactly provide the service the way he wants, customized. And last is client feedback. Company, it is said that feedback is the breakfast of the champions. So you should always take feedbacks of your work so that you come to know things that you've done well and things where you need to improve. Continuing. Company has developed a website where it creates a blogs posts high quality content related to beauty tips. See, now all of us know every business today is governed by social media marketing. Social media is the biggest pedestal where every company has to present itself. So is the case with Soup Limited. They are also into that, creating blogs, high quality content, beauty tips. Website is also connected to social media to reach customers. If a customer searches Soup services on search engine, it automatically redirects to the place of nearest service center. Soup's all services are presently booking through online channel. All services. Okay, that's nice to hear. So if you search beautician services, then automatically Soup Limited will come as a part of their maybe SEO, search engine optimization program. And then once you click on that, it will redirect to one of their branches which is closer to your place. And all of its bookings are done online, which is nice to know. Next, continuing. Results for one of the center route are given below. The column headed center shows the average figure. So can I say it has 150 centers? Soup Limited has 150 centers. So this is the average of 150 centers. Whereas Roop is one of them. Roop is one of them. So what probably we would want is, we would want to compare the overall services provided by Roop vis-a-vis the average services provided by together 150 centers. Gotcha? Okay. Revenue 91,26,000 in case of Roop and 1,08,66,900 is the average. Okay. Average of 150 centers. Gross profit 48,50,400 and 51,37,740. Number of senior beauticians 90 senior and 60 junior, 110 and 55. So here the ratio is 3:2 and here the ratio is 2:1. Number of website hits, total number of services booked online and completed, total number of services taken from repeat customers, total time spent on completing the jobs, number of new services packages, customer percentage in terms of feedback forms showing score of 9 or 10. Okay, so see here, this is very important. Number of website hits and total number of services booked online and completed. See, what happens is that they have given some ads. Do you understand something called as Google AdWords? Suppose you search something on Google and if you see written there ad, it means that somebody has put an ad over that product. So suppose if you type Sankalp Kanste in Google, you will see a lot of ads that come. So there are websites who are promoting me, and therefore when you click on them, it will redirect you to their website. So suppose if you click on that, suppose if you need an Apple Pencil and you type Apple Pencil, click on that, it will redirect to Apple Pencil's website. Now, is it necessary that you have clicked on that, you go to the website, you will purchase the package? Not necessary. There are times where we do window shopping. Window shopping means wherein we just go there, we just look at the products, but we don't essentially purchase it. So here, this is what is happening here. Total number of website hits is 15010. But of that, conversion is how much? Total number of services booked and completed is 9915. So out of 15,000, 9915 is the services booked. Continuing. Total number of services taken from repeat customers. Total time spent on completing jobs. So this is also very important to know that how many are your repeat customers. See, repeat customers gives you an idea whether customers are liking it or not, right? Okay. Total time spent completing the job. New number of service packages. Okay, so 3 new here, 2 new at an average. Customer percentage in terms of feedback showing score of 9 or 10, which is high level feedback, 9 or 10. 86% for Roop, but the average is only 77%. Bingo. Are we clear with the numbers? So the numbers that they've given off is revenue, gross profit, senior beautician, junior beautician, a ratio, number of website hits, and of that what is the conversion. Again, I'm telling you, hits is how many people have actually visited your website through the ads, but of that how many have converted. Everything you get through Google Analytics. So that's what the figures they've shown us here. Number of services from repeat customers. This is very important. The repeat customers should keep on coming again. Total time spent completing the job. So suppose if you've gone to a beauty parlor, suppose if I speak of boys, for us beauty parlor is what? A haircut or a shaving, right? So what is the time duration that the barber is taking for that? Or suppose if girls have gone for a beauty parlor treatment, then what is the time that overall is being taken in order to complete a particular job? All right. Okay. Continuing. Number of total time spent. Yes. Number of new service packages. Anything new that you have introduced. And last is 9 to 10 feedback. How much we've got. See here, clients feedback is one of the forte that they always keep on specializing in. Gotcha. Samjigudu. Okay. Now notes. Beauticians are categorized as senior if they have been qualified for more than 3 years. Junior beauticians include both trainee and beauticians who have been qualified for less than 3 years. Okay. The Roop launched 3 new service packs during the year. So the Roop launched 3 new service packs during the year, which we know. What are those? See here. A free coupons worth rupees 600 for services over and above 200. So all of us have seen offers like these. Do a haircut and face massage and get a facial free, or is it vice versa? Whatever. So these are the marketing things which even Roop has implemented. First of them is coupon worth of rupees 600 for services over and above 1200. One. Second, a head massage costing 240 instead of the usual 480 for 10 days advanced booking. And third is a haircut of rupees 120 will be charged, which usually costs rupees 360 for all customers booking the hair spa. So if you are booking a hair spa, then haircut will be complimentary. Haircut will be of only rupees 120, which otherwise costs rupees 360. Hey, subjigadu. Okay. These new service packs produced revenue of rupees 7,92,000, 6,96,000 and 6,48,000 respectively. Very nice. 2 comparable new service packs developed by other centers produced revenue of 5,28,000 and 5,04,000 only. So I think we are doing a better job. 7,92,000, 696, 648. R3 is on top as compared to their average 2, which is 528 and 5,04,000. Okay, continuing. Customers to rate the particular center from 1 to 10 in an online feedback, with 10 being the best. So I already told you this, that 9 to 10 is the best, and 86% have said that they have loved our services. Now comes the required part. The CEO of Soup has recently attended your webinar and heard about the building block model. So probably he was watching my YouTube channel, and in that he came across a building block model concept of performance management. The CEO is interested to know how dimensions block could be applied at Soup Limited. 1. Analyze Roop's performance relative to other centers. Explain how standards and rewards block supports the dimensions block in case of building block model. Hey, are we clear, everybody? So now what we will do is we will reread the question. You will rather reread the question, and then together you and me will start solving it. We'll start solving it. Come on, giving you all 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please read the question and then we will start it together. Okay, so the first part says that we have to answer based upon a building block model, and in that they've asked us how the dimensions block would be applied at Soft Limited. Now, the first question that you may ask is, sir, what is this dimensions block? So, as I told you just few minutes back, that in order to understand this building block model, you will have to go in the description box through my detailed video of building block model. For now, we will just quickly discuss the basics of building block model. So, as per Fitzgerald and Moon, the developers of building block model, they divided the service industry. So basically it is used for the service industry. Soup Limited is also into the service of providing beauty parlor services. So they divided the whole thing into three parts. First part that they said was, do you remember? Second part that they said was, and the third part that they said was, okay, so the first part that they said was standards. Put up standards for the services that your employees are offering. Put up standards for the level of work that your employees are doing. In that, they identified three major things: a one, a two, a three. First is that the standards should be achievable. So I have taken an example of an article clerk. So now if you ask an article clerk who has just joined to complete whole scrutiny and tax audit, will he be able to do it? The answer is no, because you are giving him something which is not achievable with the kind of experience he has. So keep standards which are achievable. Second, try to give ownership of the work to the employees, And third is equity. There should be equitable distribution of work amongst same level employees. So it should not happen that one employee is coming at morning 7 a.m. and leaving at 9 p.m. and other employee, for example, article clerk, is coming at 11:30 and leaving at 4:30. So that should not be the case. There should be achievability, ownership and equitability in the work that is being performed. Are we clear? Second thing that we have is dimension. Second thing that we have is dimension. This dimension is further subdivided into two parts. One is called as the results dimension. One is called as the results dimension and the other is called as the determinant. Other is called as the determinant. Now, if I speak of the results dimension, it is divided into two parts. One is competitive performance. Your competitive performance vis-a-vis your others should be at a high level. And second is your financial performance. So second is your financial performance. And then you have four determinants. This is like a quality of an article clerk. Wow, what is that? First is resource utilization. Whatever work that you are doing, ensure that proper resources are being utilized. Second is you should be flexible in your work. So flexibility. You should not say no, I have my classes, I will not go to outstation audit. All of that should not happen. So nowadays the trend is obviously pen drive and online lectures. So resource utilization, flexibility. Third is quality of work that is required. So we should ensure that top quality work is being done by every employee. Quality should flow in our DNA. And last is innovation. So last is innovation. New way of doing things. Always try to find out new way of doing things. Don't get stuck in the old habits. No, we will have to find out new way of doing things. Only then you will be able to progress and succeed. And last but not the least that we have is a motivational thing. So we have standards, we have dimensions, and the third is apna sapna, money is rewards. So what does reward do to you? First thing that reward does is it motivates us. So motivation, it provides motivation. Second thing is that there should be a clear communication. There should be a clear communication of the rewards. And third, but again but not the least, is controllability. It is very important to ensure a proper control over all our employees so that things are in the right track. Correct? So this is how my whole building block model is structured. The main phases are standards, dimensions, and rewards. In standards, three things: give work which is achievable, start providing ownership to them, and give equitable work to all employees. Dimensions is further subdivided into two parts: results, competitive and financial performance. And second is determinant: resource utilization, flexibility, quality, innovation, new way of doing things. And third is your reward. In reward, we should ensure that we provide enough motivation to all the employees which are working with us. Secondly, there should be a clear communication as to when they will get what reward and all of that. And third is controllability, so that the work that is being done is in a streamlined manner. Now, what they have asked us, let's come to that. They have asked us, the CEO is interested to know how the dimensions model could be applied. How the dimensions model could be applied at this SOUP Limited. So let us quickly give an idea of the dimensions model and how it would connect with SOUP Limited. What you all can do is you can just quickly write this down so that all of us are on the same page when we are solving this question. As I said, if you want to know, what I have done is I have just written here what building block model all stands for. But if you want to know in detail, visit my video in description box in YouTube where I've explained it in much more detail. Chalo, continuing, before you can just take 1 minute, write this down. Chalo, let's start. So see, now this is like, as I mentioned earlier, it is a international level question. If you have, obviously you would know HCC or something. So these are the educational institutions which ask these kind of questions. So wherein they will give you a scenario and tell you that where each of the dimension falls, you have to identify. So now we have identified the dimensions block of BBM. We have identified the dimensions block of BBM. So we will write here dimension. In these dimensions, there are two things which are there. In these dimensions, there are two things which are there. One is results. The other is determinants. The other is determinants. Now, in results, there are two things. One is competitive performance. And the other is financial performance. The other is financial performance. In determinants, there are four things. One is quality. Then there is resource utilization. Then there is flexibility. And lastly, after this, there is innovation. So we have to basically answer based on these 6 parameters. This is what the question is asking us. A very likely question in the examination. A very likely question. Mind you. Okay. So this is the kind of question that I am expecting in your examination. Internationally adopted. A very good question. And now let's start answering step by step. Now competitive. Now tell me, of this, where do you feel that the competitive performance can be seen? So according to me, the competitive performance can be seen here in this number of website hits. See, number of website hits, and of that how well we have converted the customer. So that basically tells about our competitive performance. Correct? So let's write that down, that here it will be a website hits. We will discuss it in detail also, don't worry, but for now just let's write down one word about it, so that when we are discussing in detail, we know what to quickly pick up. Then let's see the financial performance. So in terms of financial performance, can I say revenue and gross profit? Pretty much simple and manageable to guess here. So here we will say revenue and gross profit is what we will consider. Then we have the quality. In quality, you tell me, what do you think will be the point? Yes, correct. Can I say one can be this customer percentage in terms of feedback form showing 9 or 10? Why not? Yes. Okay. Second can be, okay, this can also be a mark of quality. Number of services taken from repeat customers. Correct. When will a repeat customer come to you? Tell me. Yes, sir. Only when you are providing quality. So two things according to me. One could be a rating. And the other could be a number of services. See, one or two places here and there can happen, is possible. So that's not a problem. So the other could be number of repeat customers. The other thing that I could write here is repeat customers. Okay, then let's speak of resource utilization. Tell me, who are your resources here? See, revenue, gross profit, no, not resources. Can I say beauticians are your resources? Yes, I will agree. beauticians are my resources, my employees are my resources. So what is the overall revenue that I am getting from these beauticians could be a resource utilization point. As I said, could be. You could have your own thought process and can come up with your own answer provided it is logical. So according to me, it can be a, here we can write down probably a revenue that we are getting per beautician, or revenue that we are getting per beautician. Correct? Okay. Then flexibility. Let's speak of flexibility. Website hits no, number of repeat customers no, total time spent, in completing jobs. Can I say yes, that is a mark of flexibility, that if there was a customization required, did I attend the customer with some more time, did I provide him whatever he required, so all of that will come here. So flexibility is your total time spent. Flexibility is nothing but your total time spent. And last but not the least is your innovation. So let's speak of innovation. Then we will see new service packages. That's left, and that's obvious that the new service packages will be your innovation. New service packages will be your ting ting ding innovation. So what we have done with this is we have given the examiner an idea of what exactly the dimensions stand for. Now what we will do is explain each of them with numbers in detail. Explain each of them with numbers. So now I will start first with competitive performance. I will start first with competitive performance. In that we have two competitive performance to see at. One is ROOP, other is the average of all the centers. If I speak of ROOP, then what is the number of website hits? 15,000. But how much got converted? 9915. So I will write here that 9915 got converted out of 15,010. Out of 15,010. And 12 to 70 in general out of a total hits of 19 to 60. 19 to 60. Let's have our calculators quickly. Yes. So 9915 divided by 15010 into 100 is equal to 66%. So 66% is our conversion rate. And let's see of our competitors. It is 19260 and it is 63.7%. So definitely we are better, 3 basis points better than our competitor. Alright, so now what you can do is you can just write 2 lines that as can be seen from above, or what we can do is I'll just give you an explanation for 1 or 2 points and then others you can carry forward. So we will tell them that the conversion of customer from website hits is higher in ROOP scenario by 3% basis points. समझ गए? So this is what we can write down. Second in line is what? Okay, second in line is my financial performance. So that was very much clear. So let's write it, financial performance. Okay, we will divide it into 2 parts again, ROOP and center. Let's see. It is gross profit is 48,50,400. So 48,50,400 divided by 91 lakh 26,000. 91 lakh 26,000. So this gives us how much? This gives us how much? Tell me. Correct. Can I say it is giving us a 53%? Wow, what a superb ratio. Whereas the center is 51 lakh 37,740 divided by 108,66,900, which is 47%. Which is 47%. So even here, in terms of gross profit percentage, we are better than our center. So if I just have to write down, I will say 51,37,740 divided by 1,08,66,900, and 47% is my financial performance. Samjhugudu. Okay. Then we have the third part. Let's check out. Third part is my quality, rating or repeat customers. What did I say? Rating and repeat customers speaks of my quality. So let's discuss that also. So for quality we will again divide it into two parts, Roop and center. First we will see of rating. So how much is the rating? Between 9 to 10 for Roop, 86%, and as compared to that, only 77% for center, which means that here also Roop trumps the center. And then we have the second thing that we've identified was repeat customers. So for them, repeat customers, let's see, 1510 and 1605. So let's find out the percentage. 15 repeat customers is what we will write down. So 1510, and here we have 1605. Out of the customers who actually came to us, 9915 12270. All right. Okay. So 1510 divided by 9915, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, 15% as compared to 1605 divided by 12270. It is 13%. So even here in retention, we are better. Correct. So Roop is amongst one of a premium, I would say, franchisee of Soup Limited, because it is outperforming the average. It is out. See, this is how mutual funds market themselves. So they say that, see, this is Nifty, and this is Nifty, and this is our mutual fund portfolio. We have outperformed the benchmark. All right. Okay. Chalo, next in line. Quickly now. Now you got a hang of it. What was to be done? Great. Chalo. So next in line is your flexibility, I guess. No, which one? Okay, resource utilization, revenue per beautician. So revenue per beautician. Again, same division, Roop and center. Arey Roop tera mastana. Okay. I'm focusing on costing. Calm down. So Roop is revenue per beautician. So 91,26,000 is the revenue, and 150 are the number of beauticians, and 1,08,66,900. So 1,08,66,900 divided by 165 beauticians. So let's see, revenue per beautician is how much in this case. Again, as I said, you may have your own thought process. 60840 and 1,08,66,900 divided by 165. It is 65,000 860. So here we have the center outperforming. We have the center which has outperformed Roop. But wait. Now see, when you look at Roop, you realize that 60 are inexperienced. So if inexperienced are junior beauticians. So if they have junior beauticians, then this much of this much little variance can be expected. So that's what we will give them, that Roop has a junior beauticians in its structure, and therefore that little deviation has occurred. All right. Okay. Continuing. Next. Next is what? Flexibility. Flexibility is total time spent. Okay, so flexibility is total time spent. Again, we divide it into two parts, Roop and center. So let's write it down. Total time spent 24120 and 25880. So let's convert them into a comparable level. So 24120 for 9915 customers and 25880 for 12270 customers. Okay, so 254120 hours. Okay, for 9915 customers, so it is 2.43 hours per customer, and 25880 divided by 12270, so 2.11 hours per customer is what center is giving. We should feel proud that since we are giving so much customized services, therefore it is taking more time. All right, therefore it is taking more time. All right, so that's what the reasoning we will give. Okay, so next in line, the last but not the least, is your innovation. So for innovation, number of new service new things were there, right? A number of new service packages was there in case of innovation. So let's see. In case of Roop, 3 new services. In case of center, 2 new services were there, correct? Okay, now if we speak of Roop, then what were the 3 new services which were added? What were the 3 new services which were added? Tell me. 792 is the revenue we got. Then 696, very good. Then how much did we get? 6,48,000. So this is the revenue that we have earned, 7,92,000. 6,96,000. 6,48,000 is the revenue from new services out of a total of 91,26,000 out of a total of 91,26,000 revenue. We have got 7,92,000, 6,96,000, 6,48,000. So which is 21,36,000 divided by 91,26,000, which is, can I say 23.4%? And in case of the other centers, it is 5,28,000 and 5,04,000. So 5,28,000 plus 5,04,000. out of a revenue of 1 crore 8 lakh 66,000, 1 crore 8 lakh 66,900. So tell me how much? 10 lakh 32,000 divided by 1 crore 8 lakh 66,900. So 10 lakh 32,000 divided by 1 crore 8 lakh 66,900, and it is a meager 10%. So our new services have given 3 times a better performance than your center's new services performance. So overall, we will say that as far as the dimensions model was concerned, Roop has simply outperformed the center. Roop has simply outperformed the center. Hey, Sanjigadu, are you clear, everybody? So this is how things look over. All right. Chalo. So first part is done. First part is done. The next 2 parts are very simple. Let's see. Acha, you want to write this down? Oh, this is too much. I'll share. No, I'll share my notes with you. Okay. Then you can pick up from there. No wonder, bacha. No problem, bacha. So I'll share the notes with you. No, bacha. Okay. I'll share the notes with you. Pause and write. You want to do that? I'll giving you 1 minute. Pause, write. Pause, write. Okay. So let's come to the question. Dimensions block is done. Then analyze Roop's performance relative to other centers. Done. That's what we were doing. And explain how standards and rewards block support the dimension block in case of building block model. See, this is the explanation. Now, I'll not dictate it. I'll just explain it to you. Listen carefully. See, standards block lays down the base standard of what is to be done. So, we have 2 things here. One is the standard and the other is the one is the standard and the other is the rewards. Now the standard dimension will speak of 3 things. The standard dimension will speak of 3 things. What is that? I think we've already discussed achievability, ownership and equitable work. So we have to set very high standards for our employees. And if this standard is achieved, then be ready to give them rewards through motivation, proper communication and control. So this is how standards and rewards will go hand in hand. So first we set the standard. Once the standards are set, then we will go to the dimensions to actually work and achieve those standards, and finally we will get the reward. Again, standard we will set high. So for CA final, keep high standards. I will get an AIR. Then start working towards it. Every subject should be given a good amount of time, good conceptual clarity, and then finally ICAI will give you a reward with All India rank. Woohoo! Are we understanding? Chagas? Okay. So with this we complete this question now. Correct? If you want, you can also go through this. This is what we've done. This is what I have explained. And with this, we complete the question. Chalo, standards, rewards, what I explained. This what worked up. Cool. Okay, so with this, we are done. And now, we can move on to the next question. So the next question in line is a profit sharing plan oriented question. A very basic and simple question. A very basic and simple question. Profit plan. And this is for employees. So the name of the company is CPS. Name of the company is CPS. A very, as I said, basic question. It is hardly going to take any time and we'll be done with this. So for that, shall we let's get started. What did I say? Okay. CPS manufactures switchgear. CPS manufactures switchgear and specifically designed the electricity boards which are sold to customers through widespread retailers and distributor network across the country. Okay, so they are into sales of switchgear and allied products. CPS enjoys high reputation among stakeholders, specifically workers. The attrition rate. What is attrition? Attrition means people leaving your company is called as attrition. I very proudly say my company's attrition rate is zero. Is zero. So the attrition rate at CPS is relatively lower, okay, than that of other players in the industry, and reason for low attrition rate is employee friendly policies. Yes, it is very much required in today's scenario because there are so many jobs, people like to switch jobs like anything. So how to ensure that they don't do that? By giving employee friendly policies. Specifically in regard to sharing of profit and employee participation in decision making, Kona Precise CPS applied a profit sharing plan. Let's see their profit sharing plan. Around 3 years ago, the terms of profit sharing plan were: 1. CPS will be responsible to make available the profit share pool which will be equivalent to minimum of the following 3 limits. Now what is a profit share pool? Let's first discuss that. This is what is a multinational company thing. This is what even I have implemented in my company. So what is a profit share pool? I'll tell you. In this, there are certain criteria decided, and based on that criteria, then a decision is taken. See here, for example, suppose my company is WebUcage. Suppose my company is WebUcage, and in this WebUcage, say for example, 25 employees are working. Now, obviously, the employees work hard, and then WebUcage makes a profit. Correct? Suppose WebUcage makes a profit of 100 crores. 100 crores. Now, of this profit made by 100 crores, WebUcage feels that it should transfer a part of this profit to its employees. So, what WebUcage will do is, out of this 100 crores, it will make a profit pool. Out of this is the total profit that WebUcage has earned. This is the total profit that WebUcage has earned. Out of this total profit, WebUcage will make a profit pool, and this profit pool for distribution to employees. For distribution to employees. Now, this profit pool for distribution to employees is based on certain criteria, like what they have given here in the question. 3 limits. So, it could be any criteria. Based on this criteria, suppose we have got this profit pool to 5 crores. Now, out of this 5 crores, it will be divided amongst this 25 employees. So, this is the concept of profit sharing plan. This is the concept of profit sharing plan. This is the concept of profit sharing plan. Woo! What did I say? The company will make a total profit. Out of that profit, they will create a pool which is to be distributed to the employees. Gotcha? Okay. Now, what is the criteria that they have chosen here? 3 criteria are taken. First, 30% earning before taxes, to the extent it is in excess of minimum acceptable target profit margin. Sir, what is this minimum acceptable target profit margin? I will explain. Don't worry. Let's first read. Second, 0.75% of gross revenue. Simple. Third, absolute amount of 2.5 crores. Simple. So, 2 are very simple. Are we understanding? So, company will make this profit. Of that, it is planning to distribute some of its profits to the employees. For that, they are making a pool. For that, they have set 3 criteria, and of that, the least will be going to the profit pool. What are the 3 criteria which the company has set? Now, this is how it should work. When you will also start an organization, this is how the companies should think and proceed. Now, what are the 3 criteria? 1, 2, 3. We will evaluate them. Based on that, the lower of that will be called as a profit pool to be distributed to the employees. Gotcha? Okay. Continue. Minimum acceptable target profit margin will be equivalent to average of last 3 years net operating profit. Minimum acceptable target profit margin. What is it? That is also given. The individual, we will solve it, don't worry. The individual employee will be participated in profit share pool in proportion to ratio of employee salary to the total salary. Now, in our example, 100 crores was the total profit, 5 crores was the profit pool. Now, what they are telling is, this is to be divided amongst 25 employees. So we divide it in what ratio? We will divide it in ratio of salary earned by employees. Salary earned by employees. So suppose the total salary earned by all of them, is say 10 crores. Of them, one of the employee earns 50 lakhs. So how much bonus or profit pool will he get? So we will tell him, sir, you have a salary. So out of 5 crores, how much will we give you? Out of 5 crores, we will give you, based on your proportion, which is 50 lakhs salary, or we'll make this 40 lakhs. We'll make this 40 lakhs. So we will tell them that, sir, out of the total profit pool, we will give you your proportion of salary, which is 40 lakhs is the salary that you earn out of a total of 10 crores, which is equal to how much? So 40 lakh divided by 10 crores into 5 crores, whatever you get. So see, read this line here. The individual employee will be participating in the profit share pool in proportion to the ratio of employee salary to the total salary of all employee of that division. To the total salary of the employee of that division. Hey, Samjigadu. Cool. Looks good? Okay. Additional information is as follows. CPS earning before tax is 40 crores. Net operating assets 120 crores. CPS records revenue of 360. All of this we will require when we are solving this. Industry average last 3 net operating profit 8%. All of this is information to get to this limits. Hey, Samjigadu. Explain the profit sharing plan as performance measurement tool and group incentive plan. I have already explained that to you. Profit sharing plan means when a company allocates some part of the total profit it has earned for distribution to the employees in the ratio of the salary that they are earning is called as a profit cum investment plan. Profit cum incentive plan. Hey, gotcha. Okay. So, profit sharing plan is a group incentive arrangement where cash bonus is paid to a worker or employees calculated based upon the reported profit of concerned division, responsibility center of entity or entity as a whole. Since profit sharing is based upon profit, hence can be a compensation plan based on short-term performance. Profit share plan must define the percentage of profit to be shared. So here in this case it is the ratio of the total salary and your salary for participation, and what will be the ratio of participation by each employee or worker in the bonus pool, and formula for computing each of these percentage. So see, company may put their own limits. Company may put their own ratio of sharing. They may have it on their of their own. The criteria for participation share may be score or salary or wage. Profit share plan may be used to boost the motivation amongst the employees to enhance and promote their performance. Hence, profit sharing plan can be considered as a performance measurement tool, can be used as a pre-stage to Kaizen costing. How would it be used as a pre-stage to Kaizen costing? Is that in Kaizen costing, what we try is, as an employee, we try to reduce the costs. So if we try to reduce the cost, it will result into a profit. If it results into a profit, we are going to benefit from it. That's the overall thought process, right? Now, in this scenario, we have to compute the amount to be made available to make as a profit sharing pool. So in short, out of the three given here, what is it? It is going to be the least of the three. Let's start with the calculations. So second part is what we are doing. Three criteria. First criteria is 30% earning before taxes. Then they have said, to the extent it is excess of minimum acceptable profit margin. What is the interpretation? You should know good English. Only then you will be able to interpret it in a proper manner. So 30% of earning before tax. Okay, what is the earning before tax? Can I say 40 crores? Okay. To the extent of how much? It is excess of minimum acceptable target margin. Means 30% of EBT is how much? Can I say 30% of what is the EBT? It is 40 crores. It is 40 crores. So 12 crores is one of the limit. But to the extent of, it is excess of what? So it means that this 12 crores is not fully a criteria. Above a certain point, we will consider it as a criteria. So above what? Above in excess of minimum acceptable target profit margin. Above minimum excess target profit margin. Right? Now, what is the minimum excess target profit margin? Let's see. So, let's go to the question, minimum target acceptable profit margin. So, minimum acceptable target profit margin will be equivalent to average of last 3 years net operating profit of industry group. Come down. Net operating industry's average of last 3 years net operating profit is 8% of net operating assets, and net operating assets is 120 crores. What an adjustment. So minimum excess target profit margin is industry's average last 3 years net operating profit percentage, which is 8% of the net operating assets, which is 120 into 8%. So 120 into 8% is the minimum profit margin you have to get. Beyond that, what you are going to get will be considered as a part of profit pool. This is what the interpretation is. So minimum excess, how much you have to earn? It is 9.6 CR. This is what you have to earn. Beyond that, whatever you are getting, will be one of the criteria, which is 2.4 crores. What an adjustment. Read it again. There is no substitute to reading this point again. I remember when I solved it for the first time, I read it 5 times. So even if I have to read 5 times, I'm sure you are no separate person, right? Okay, so 30% of earning before taxes to the extent it is in excess of minimum acceptable target profit margin. So minimum target profit margin we want to earn, then excess, okay, that can be as a part of profit pool. But what is the minimum acceptable profit margin? So minimum acceptable profit margin is last 3 years net operating profit. Acha, what is that? It is 8% of net operating assets. Samjigadu. So this is the first part. Second and third part are very easy. So second A, B and C part are very easy. 0.75% of gross revenue. So 0.75% of gross revenue, which is equal to how much? What is the gross revenue? What is the gross revenue? 360 crores. Tell me how much? So 2.7 crores. We have to take the lowest of the three, correct? If I'm not wrong. Minimum of the following three limits. Minimum of the following three limits. Okay. And then lastly what we have is absolute amount of 2.5 crores. Oh gosh. Absolute amount of 2.5 crores. So tell me, which is the minimum of them? 2.4, 2.7 or 2.5? First one, which is 2.4 crores, is the profit pool. Total profit is 12 crores. Of that, the profit pool for distribution to employees is how much? Got it? 2.5 crores. So we will say profit pool for distribution to employees equal to 2.5 crores. 2.4 crores. How much did I say? 2.4 crores. Okay, okay, continuing. Now, this is done. Second part is done. Third part. Mr. Vineet Shukla, who is one of the employee of CSP and eligible to participate if his annual salary is 36 lakhs and total salary that they have given is 42 crores. You remember in our example of Replicate, it was 10 crores is the total salary and 40 lakhs was individual salary. Here we will say, so the third part for Mr. Shukla ji, you have got a salary. So Shukla ji's profit ownership is how much? So we will tell them that it is what? It is total profit pool, and in this total profit pool, how much is my salary? So here we will say employee individual salary divide by total salaries. Total salary of all employees. Total salary of all employees. Samjhigadu? Okay. So what is the total profit pool? Sir, 2.4 CR. What is his salary? Sir, 36 lakhs. Achha, what is his, sir? 4.2 CR. Okay. So what will be his share? Can I say it will be 2.4 divided by 4.2 into 36 lakhs. Oh. Okay. Okay. It is 42 crores. My bad. It is 42 crores. So 42 crores. So 2.4 divided by 42 into 36 lakh. 2 lakh 5,714. Dun, 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 dun. So Mr. Sukla will get 2,05,714 rupees for his work. Cool. And now the last part. Synthesize profit sharing plan in order to highlight major limitation. The major limitation here is even an employee who is not working hard enough will still get a part of the profit. Now suppose Mr. Sukla is getting 36 lakh as salary, and other than that he is not working really hard for company's profit, still he will get 2 lakh rupees. So based on this, it should not be there. Some more performance criteria should be added, and then the amount should be decided. So profit sharing is a group incentive arrangement where each member of group will participate in profit sharing pool in ratio of either score or a scorecard, or in the ratio of salary, as in our case in reference to total score, then it is valid. So now what we should do is, instead of going with salary, we should have some scorecard available, that okay, if he has performed this well, tick mark. If he has performed this well, tick mark. If he has performed this well, tick mark. Then out of this 2.4 crores, who has got more ticks will be eligible for higher profit sharing, and accordingly based on that. So a scorecard should be prepared, and then this system should work well. Not on the basis of only salary. Make some scorecard. Overall performance, cost saved, quality of work, how well it is done, resource utilization, innovation. Whoever gets the more tick mark with quantification gets more part of profit plan, not on based of just your salary. But if share of profit is calculated based on wages, likewise in case of CPS, then a worker may be underperforming, getting the share despite his performance is not acceptable. In similar way, an efficient worker may not get his due reward or share. Hence, major limitation of profit sharing plan is due to the inherent nature of it. Okay, so this is the explanation that I also gave to you. All right. Okay, so with this we are done with this question as well of CPS. I hope you have liked it, and I hope you are enjoying the lectures. In case of any doubts or concerns, you can drop me a WhatsApp. As such, I try to reply, but off late I'm too much bombarded with WhatsApp, so I may take some time. You can give me reminders, but I will definitely reply back to you. So this is my WhatsApp number. You can get in touch. Positives, anything that you want to share, I'll be happy to get them. Thank you so much, guys. Okay then, so with this, time to say hasta la vista, guys. It's really a fun session going on. I am really looking forward to solving more questions with you. I am sure you are looking forward to solve more questions with me, as what it is doing is we are able to practice, we are able to recall the concepts, good sums are coming in. It is, a brainstorming is going on. All in all, a good therapy of SCMP CA final costing. Keep smiling, guys. Time to say hasta la vista. Take care and keep showering your love in the form of your likes and comments. Hasta la vista.